Welcome to Three the Hardaway, aka the three-man Jalen Weave, aka the best victory since LeBron D Wade and Bosh, live on YouTube on a Tuesday. Trying to figure out how did Took get some shades on in between the intro and
Ain't
the
no
video, and
telling.
here we are now.
Ain't no telling.
But if you are here, please leave a like on the stream, comment in the live stream to join the discussion, and of course, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to that 200. So we would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you don't know who I am the walking bucket, providing instant offense. It's your boy Savage. Up here, we got the coach on the sidelines, taking them to school on and off the court. And when I say it's really shitty, it's really shitty. Shitty, what's good?
Not much, man. I wish the NBA and NFL did things the same way, like free agents in the draft. But that's another topic for another day. Hey, everybody, come on in.
She's a Cowboys fan, ladies and gentlemen, so they haven't made a move yet in NFL free agency, aside from signing their long snapper, which is good.
That's it.
But otherwise, I mean, Took's a Panthers fan. I'm an Eagles fan. We've been making moves since free agency started, quote unquote, yesterday. Speaking of Tevin, we also got your favorite DJ's favorite DJ something man himself, Mr. Tetchkir. Took, what up?
Hey man, when you looking for love, man, you gotta be on your A game, bro. They say your first impression is the best impression. Looking for love today, man. That's what we here for.
Okay.
So
character.
So if you are looking on the live stream or even on the podcast platform, we are playing NBA Love is Blind today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a game. Well, obviously, the Love is Blind TV show on Netflix is a pretty popular show with the drama and everything. The reunion comes out tomorrow on Wednesday. So I figured, why not play NBA Love is Blind edition for the two guys here? I won't be playing. I'll be Nick Lachey. So I'll be the host of NBA Love is Blind. But these two gentlemen will be picking a franchise player to start their NBA franchise. But before we get into that, Loverboy has an NBA trivia question.
Hey man, I am not the one that said, "Hey y'all, let's combine basketball with Love is Blind." So just a shout out to three black men indulging in this conversation, man. I just want to throw that out there. But speaking of love, so there's a record. So Daniel Gafford, who's actually going against the Memphis Grizzlies today, he has on a current streak 28 consecutive made field goals. I want to know if y'all know the record for the most consecutive field goals and by whom.
What in the Joe DiMaggio?
Right. Dang, because I feel like the free throws like at 40 something.
So you said
it's just field goals, just field goals. Mm-hmm. Yes. So Daniel Gafford, the last 4 games ain't missed a field goal, and they're going to get some Grizzlies today. So hopefully he missed one today. But
okay, give me a hint, bro, because
53.
53 now. Let me see. So the number of field goals is the number of my favorite player.
35.
35.
Okay. The player, his greatest record is questionable.
His greatest, Will Chamberlain.
Oh shit.
Will Chamberlain.
And look, Sharky in the comments. Will Chamberlain 53.
Yeah.
53. So right now I got 35, but 35 consecutive field goals. Yeah. All-time record. Yeah.
35 consecutive field goals. My goodness.
I mean, but at the same time, we don't know if that record's true either. But shout out to Daniel Gafford, who to me has the most consecutive field goals, because we really don't know what Will Chamberlain did or did not do in this time of play. We don't have any footage. We don't have any record. Just he say she say at this point.
At least you're gonna die on that sword. You've always said that, so I can't even be mad at it.
They gotta have video somewhere. Somebody gotta have it. Somebody gotta have somewhere, man. We see Pistol Pete highlights. What's Bob Cousy? Come on, man.
And it's funny, Russell, all types of people.
It's funny you brought up Pistol Pete because I actually wanted to do that NBA trivia, but I know y'all weren't gonna get that answer. So yeah.
Oh shit! Hey, don't worry about that.
Right. Maybe next week.
All right. NBA news. So we had a couple things that popped up in the NBA. Number one, typos on Kobe Bryant's statue. How the hell do you have misspelled names and words on Kobe Bryant's statue? He getting 3 statues, but the first one that was unveiled a couple weeks ago got typos on it, which is come on, y'all, just Just do better. Do better. Next up, Jamal Mosley, Orlando Magic head coach, a black man. Shout out to him. 4-year extension with the Orlando Magic. They appear to be comfortably in the playoffs, not the play-in, but the playoffs. So the way that he's managed that roster and those players obviously deserves the extension, but also want to give him a shout out on the show. Otto Porter Jr. is retiring after 11 NBA
champion.
NBA champion Otto Porter from Georgetown, who also looks like Will Chamberlain, by the way. If y'all didn't know that.
One of his sons.
He damn near might be. We'll had a couple of them now.
A couple dozen.
Ain't no telling how many illegitimate babies are in the NBA right now, bro.
Look, me
like, if you really think about it.
Me and Spencer James out there somewhere. Look, All-American be back in about a couple of weeks, man. So I'm just saying. And then lastly, Alperen Sengun avoids major injury. If you didn't see the injury, it looked pretty bad when it happened, but apparently he's okay. It said he might be out a couple of weeks, but if I'm Houston, just sit that man down somewhere, man.
I thought out for the season.
Is he out for the season?
Yeah,
he should be. He should be. I wouldn't bring him back. What's the point? Y'all not playing for a play-in, not playing for positioning. Just let it be done. The Blockers are playing really good, honestly. They're playing like a team that actually wants to be in the playoffs. They are playing.
Jalen Green. Yeah. Jalen Green got that baby on the way. He started acting real different. Started acting different, man. And I ain't gonna get into Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young for getting on.
No, that's just nasty. That's
just
nasty
craziness. But Jalen Green, congrats to him. Got a baby on the way, and he playing like a mud right now. So. Yeah. Sharky said, Will slept with 10,000 women. Oh, my God. He damn near might. Look, Magic, Will, all them dudes back there.
Hey, Savage, real quick on the Kobe statue, bro. I just want to say, like, decisions is a difficult word to try to spell off the top.
Not if you just spell it above it the right way. No, there's no way.
Spell decisions.
No, what I'm saying, DECISION. What I'm saying is right above that, they spelled decision correctly, and below it, they misspelled it.
How do you misspell it, though? Like, I don't understand that. How do you misspell? You just spelled it correctly right above it.
Yeah.
And you misspell it below?
I just copy and paste. I don't understand.
They must have built that statue with AI or something. That's what it was. They built that junk with AI.
Oh, they didn't use AI. Think about it.
Make sure he ain't got 6 fingers or anything creepy about that stuff, man, because AI is crazy. All right. So the reason why we're here, NBA Love is Blind. So I explained it a little bit to the guys before the show because it's low-key kind of complicated, but it ain't really complicated. So these two gentlemen, we got Tevin over here, we got Sheedy over here. These two gentlemen are going to play NBA Love is Blind. I have 8 different players who these gentlemen will pick one from these 8 to select who is going to be their franchise player. There's going to be 3 rounds to kind of boil down as to who you guys are going to pick. So the first round, it'll have a full 8 people. I will give you 1 green flag for that particular player. And then after the first round, you will pick your top 4. We'll move to the next round. The next round, we'll have those 4 players you picked, and I will give you their second green flag. And then from there, you will pick your top 2 people. And in the third and final round, I will give you the red flag for a player, meaning something that's bad about that player. And then from there, you will pick who you want to start your NBA franchise with today. And these are all current players in the NBA right now. So just like Love is Blind, people can be lying a little bit about the truth. People might not be telling completely about themselves. And so there are legitimately good players in this pool of 8 players. There are some good players. There are some decent players, some mid players, and honestly some bad players in here too. But the way that they describe themselves can be ambiguous. So be careful as to who you make your decision. And hopefully you don't be like AD and Clay on Love is Blind right now. So any questions, gentlemen, before we get started?
No, you're going to give me 8. I go to 4, 2, 1. Got it.
Yep.
And both of us have, well, each of us have 8, or all together we have 8.
No, all together. It's all together. So y'all can pick the same player, and then if y'all happen to pick the same player, I'm gonna do a coin flip, and then whoever wins the coin flip gets that player, and then the other person gets to pick the person that they had in their top 2. The other person in the top 2.
Okay. I'm fine.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Let's get it.
All right, let me go back to my notes. All right, player number 1. And again, also for the viewing audience and those who are listening, the silhouette does not mean that's who that player is, okay? So don't think because this person is like literally LeBron James, it's not LeBron James, okay? All right, player number 1. His green flag is every contender wants a guy like me. Every contender wants a guy like me. That's player number 1. All right? All right. Player number 2. I am the best player on my team.
Okay.
I am the best player on my team. That's player number 2. All right. Player number 3. You could argue I was the second most important player on an NBA championship team. You could argue I was the second most important player on an NBA championship team. All right. Number 4, player 4. I have won Rookie of the Year. I won Rookie of the Year. That's player number 4. Player number 5. I have made multiple All-Star appearances. I have made multiple All-Star appearances. That's player number 5. Player number 6. People call me a unicorn. People call player number 6 a unicorn. Player number 7. I was a starter on an NBA championship team. I was a starter on an NBA championship team. And number 8, I have won league MVP. I have won league MVP. All right, gentlemen, after round 1, what are y'all thinking? What are your thoughts on this crop of players?
The way you can manipulate what you say in order to
get
the deal that you want is wild. I'm looking at some players, I won't name who, but there are some people that I'm like, oh, word, yeah, I'm probably gonna red flag you myself and proceed with somebody else. But I like the start of it so far.
Okay.
And what we have. It's going to be interesting because I'm trying to type this. My fingers are crazy.
If y'all need me to repeat a player, I will be able to do that.
Nah, yeah, I'm good. I got my columns and everything.
Okay.
I'm all in Microsoft Excel right now. We good.
Okay, Sheedy, who is your top 4?
Damn, I didn't know you was gonna ask me that quick though.
Or do you need time to process?
Yeah, let's talk about something.
Okay, let's talk about it then. What player are y'all like? Like, just think, like, what player do you know? Like I want this guy
for sure. I need number 8. I want number 8.
You for sure need number 8.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Because I know Savage for the better part of 10 years, his wordplay is immaculate, just like mine. So if you were to go number 8, Sheedy, it's gonna be probably somebody that you would expect that was still MVP. So for me, it's like it could be James Harden. You know, good and goddamn well, I ain't picking no James Harden. I'll take that gamble.
It could be KD. What you mean?
It could be KD. Goddamn it.
Think about the MVP.
See, that's why your wordplay, bro.
It could be Joker. Yeah, it's a lot. Like it could be Russell Westbrook at the same point.
Yeah, it literally could. So
you know what? That's a good point. I got mine.
Okay. What's yours? Who's your guarantee on your next round?
All right, so my guarantee is number 2.
Yeah, pick 4. Number 2 for sure.
Yeah, number 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 8.
1, 2, 3, and 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 8. Gotcha. Sheedy,
okay.
You got 8. I know.
Yeah, definitely give me 8.
Okay.
Give me. Dang, best player on my team, boy. You could be the best player on the motherfucking Wizards. And
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
exactly. No, hit him with Savage, bro. Hit him with mother effing Savage. Like, that's his last name.
I promise y'all, there are some good players in this crowd. I promise y'all. I'm just saying,
we won't know to the end though. And then the wordplay about number 6. There's more than one person that's been called a unicorn. That's the funny part.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's why I can't go that way. All right, and I'll go first next time. Okay. Give me. I want 2.
2. Okay.
I got 8 already. 2, 8, 5.
Okay.
Does Rookie of the Year really mean that much to me? And 7.
Okay, we got a comment. Hold on. Who is this? Charlie said, I'm watching the Wizards live right now. I don't know who they
My point proven.
You said 8, 2, 5, and who else?
Oh Lord, 7.
7. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So just making sure number 3 was second best player on an NBA championship team, right?
Number 3 said
most important.
You could argue I was the second most important player on an NBA championship team.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And again, these players are still in the NBA, so just keep that in mind. All right. So just to finalize, Sheedy, you want 8, 2, 5, and 7.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's locked in. All right, 7 to finalize. 1, 2, 3, and 8.
Yep.
So 8 is pretty popular. Okay. All right.
See, now you saying shit like that will make niggas want to take their whole pick back.
All right, let me eliminate everybody. So let's see. None of y'all picked 1, 2, 3. Nobody picked 4.
Correct.
So 4 got to go. Sorry, 4.
6 can get the boot.
You're getting sent home. We got 5 here. 6 is getting up out of there. Okay. 6 is up out of there. 7 is there. 8 is there. Okay.
Yep.
So who we have left are player 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. All right. Okay. Ready for the next round?
Yep.
All right. Get my notes back up. All right. So player number 1's next green flag. I can be your best defender and or your best offensive weapon, depending on the game. I can be your best offense and your best defense, depending on the game.
I got a feeling I know who number 1 is. It's going to be amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's number 1. Number 2. When you need a bucket, you can call on me. Guaranteed. When you need a bucket, you can call on me. Guaranteed.
No defense. Whoever this is, don't play no defense.
Okay.
And we got 3.
Damn, Sheedy.
Player number 3. I can easily give you 20 points per game. I can easily give you 20 plus points per game. That's number 3. All right. Number 5. I am athletic as hell.
Oh,
I am athletic as hell.
Damn, that don't help nothing. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Number 7. Number 7. Every contender wants a guy like me.
Damn, is he number 1?
Nope. It's what he said.
Number 1 too.
Yeah.
I can't speak for number 7. This is what number 7 said. He said, every contender wants a guy like me. This is what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said, man.
Believe you.
All right. And number 8. I have made multiple all-star appearances.
God, that don't help.
I have made multiple.
Bro, come on, man.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll narrow. So now I narrow my 4 down to 2, right?
Down to 2. Yep.
Give me player 5.
Player 5.
And give me 5 and 8. Jesus.
5 and 8. Okay. All right. 2.
Give me 1.
1.
It's between 2 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
So you said 2 is the best player.
Yeah.
He said 2 said I'm the best player on my team, and when you need a bucket, you can call me. So you got 1 locked in, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna regret this.
What?
I can't wait to hear what he says.
Give me 8.
1
Okay.
and 8.
Yeah,
Y'all really like 8. Okay. So 8 is freaking popular. I'm just saying 8 is. Are y'all gonna
but the way you're talking
no.
it makes us.
It's too late now.
I'm locked in. I'm good.
It's too late
because I'm not saying I'm about to choose them.
I just didn't expect y'all to really pick the same player. I'm surprised by that because there's so many different good options. So I'm happy that y'all
player bucket. Something telling me go number 2. It ain't too late.
It's too late. We got 5 and 8 for Sheedy. We got 1 and 8 for 2. So okay.
All right, and 2, which one do you think you know already?
Number 1.
You know what? As a task, let's do this as well, Savage. And number 1, 2, type into our little chat who you think number 1 is. Because I think
I ain't gonna look. I'm not gonna look because I don't want to. If it's who it is, I don't want to spoil myself. I don't want to laugh.
And I think I might know who number 2 is, but keep going though.
So 1, 5, and 8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all ready for the next round? The final round.
Choice. Yeah, red flag.
Okay. All right. Here are y'all's top 2 red flags. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who y'all want first? Who y'all want first?
Let's get 8 out the way because we both share 8.
Okay, so y'all both like 8.
Mm-hmm.
I have had number 8. I have had. Let me actually go here. All right, number 8.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few injuries in the past. That's number 8.
Okay.
All right. I'll do She's number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. Where is it? I'm probably not your traditional size for a player of my position. I'm not the traditional size for a player of my position. Okay. That's 5. And number 1, I have not made an all-star game yet.
Oh, shit.
I have not made an all-star game.
Yeah. And 2, I'm with you with what you said too.
All right. So, gentlemen, we've got I'll review. So I'll let you go first. So I'm gonna do your 2. I'm gonna say the 2 green flags and the red flag. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your first one was number 5. Number 5 is I've made multiple all-star appearances. I'm athletic as hell, and I'm probably not your traditional size for a player of my position. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And number 8, I've won league MVP. I've made multiple all-star appearances. I've had a few injuries in the past. And then number 1, 2, every contender wants a guy like me. I can be your best defender and or your best offensive weapon depending on the game. And I have not made an all-star game yet. So those are y'all choices.
Dog, that is wild.
Okay.
So who wants to go first to profess their love of this NBA player to be their franchise guy?
Man.
Who wants to go first?
The problem I have right now, I could talk and I'll probably go first. That's fine. The problem I have with number 5 is the traditional size. That doesn't mean that you're undersized, but it also could mean you're, nope, never mind. I'm talking myself out of it now. Traditional size for my position, athletic, multiple all-star appearances. So is Draymond. Where do I go? 8. I won the league MVP, made multiple all-star appearances, but a few injuries in the past. Reminds me of KD for number 8.
Man.
I'm gonna go with 8.
You go with 8? Okay.
Yes.
So Sheedy wants 8. So do you want 8 as well? I'm just
Yeah.
Because my thing is, like, he can be the best option. He's the best defender on the team. and he can be the best option offensively depending on the night, but he's never been an all-star.
He can do either one.
And you're not giving me the position.
Too much like easy.
He can do either one.
Because it sounded like a franchise player. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, also keep in mind that this, when you're in the pods, you can fluff yourself up. You know what I'm saying? So they can say, oh, I'm great. I can save money. I got 3 degrees.
I look like Megan Fox.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're getting it. There you go. So she just picked number 8. Who are you rolling with, too?
League MVP for a dude that ain't never been an all-star. It's like potential versus what's in front of me. I've never been one to really bet on potential. We got a dog fight with number 8.
Y'all both picking number 8?
We got a dog.
Okay. So now
it's just like saying who dude that picked the chick who said who like Megan Fox. Mm-hmm. It's like her versus her.
Was it Jimmy and was it Trevor? Not Trevor. It was the buff guy. I forgot his name.
No, it was a short dude who had the chick with the baby.
Oh, you're saying Jess and Chelsea.
Yeah, them two.
But Chelsea had a triangle too. She had one with Jimmy, who she picked, and then the other guy, the buff guy with the moat. Yeah. So so we got to flip a coin.
We got a triangle, man.
We got to flip a coin, man.
Dang, so one of us going home.
No, you picking the other one.
So we're picking the other one.
Yeah. So let's flip a coin. Let me get my.
Okay, I'll take it.
Hold on. Let me get it right. All right. So 2 heads, tails.
Tails.
And it is tails. So you want roll number 8? That's what you're rolling with?
I'm rolling number 8.
Roll number 8. Okay. Number 8. So Sheedy, you gotta pick number 5, man.
I know, man. And I feel like, man, yes. And I'm gonna put that in our.
All right. So for the added effect, I need. Okay, who want to do the reveal first? Who you want to do the reveal first?
Yes.
Okay, so for the added effect, you gotta close your eyes.
Oh.
You gotta close your eyes, and I'm pull it up. Now, Sheedy, you good now. You keep your eyes open. But 2, you gotta close your eyes, all right? All right. So you are picking number 8. I'm pulling up number 8 right now. They gotta get prepped, gotta get the jersey on and everything. All right. So Sheedy, I want you. Okay, here we go. Number 8 still coming in. What up, Brian? All right. Presenting number 8, your franchise guy. 2, open your eyes.
You can have them. You can have them. Start that. You want to see the franchise with a bench? Go ahead. You can have them. I'm so glad. Tails won. Praise God. Y'all can have that.
I mean, look, to go back to what I said, right?
Everything was true.
Everything was true. I did not lie. Number 8.
I knew you was on some shit.
You knew it was a one-time MVP. You knew it was a one-time MVP.
Number 8, I have won league MVP. I've made multiple All-Star game appearances. I have had a few injuries in the past. That is Derrick Rose, ladies and gentlemen. That's Derrick Rose. Oh, so, your reaction to your franchise player?
I mean, prime Derrick Rose would have been straight, but if we talking today, Derrick Rose would barely get off the bench. I got a feeling I'm gonna regret number 2, man.
Okay, number 2 is who you gonna okay. We gonna recap. We're gonna recap. Sharky said a few injuries in the press. What up, Ryan?
What's happening, Ryan?
Oh man.
Okay. All right. So
I put my glasses back on.
All right, Sheedy, your turn. You gotta close your eyes, man.
Yeah.
All right. We gotta present number 5. Number 5 gotta get themselves together. Where's number 5? Here's number 5.
Woo,
all right.
man.
And to recap, number 5. Number 5. Whenever they want to get into the. Let me recap number 5 for y'all right quick. Number 5 is I've made multiple All-Star games. I'm athletic as hell, and I'm probably not your traditional size for a player of my position. Presenting number 5.
Can I look?
You can look now. You got Donovan Spider Mitchell.
I'll take it.
Again, he's not traditional shooting guard side. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Look at that Ohio bullshit. You was meant to get him, bro. You was meant to get this, man. I'll take it.
Yeah,
thank you. Like a Netflix drug lord. Look. But yeah, man, Spider Mitchell, multiple All-Star games, athletic as hell, obviously, and not your traditional size for a player of that position. So that is Donovan Spider Mitchell. Now, gentlemen, you got your Sheeta, how you feel about that? How you feeling about Spider?
I'm so glad that Took chose tails and sent me to my player 5 because I honestly probably would have stuck. If I would have won the coin toss, I honestly probably would have stuck with player 8. But with Donovan, like, you know, you get a lot with Donovan. I'm going to keep saying he's not enough to get you over yet. But I'll take him over my other choice. So I'll take it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, since you picked another player, like in that top 2, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal who number 1 was. Who you actually might be. You might be okay because number 1 was Dylan Brooks.
Ooh. Yes,
it was Dylan Brooks. He could be your best offensive and or defensive player depending on the night.
That's
every contender. Every contender wants a guy like him.
Yeah,
that's questionable.
He has not made an All-Star game. Again, this is not me saying it. This is Dylan Brooks saying this. It wasn't me saying it. This is Dylan Brooks now. This is what he said. So you could have picked Dylan Brooks. You chose Derrick Rose, man. It was a very. I was hoping you picked number 1 because I would have loved to see your reaction to picking number 1.
Yes. I probably would have logged off.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have.
I'm closing the ring up. Look up, and I'm walking off. F the camera people, F the producers, F Netflix, what's it? Nick Lachey, Jessica, F all of them.
Yeah.
So you could have picked Dylan Brooks, but you got Derrick Rose instead. So hey, it is what it is. All right, now is there a player from the remaining 5 who y'all want to know who it was?
2. I need to know 2.
Yeah.
I need to know
who 2 was. Okay, let's get 2. All right, here comes number 2. Ooh, man. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all.
I messed up. It happened to me.
Ooh,
it happened to me.
I'm so sorry,
y'all. I picked Chelsea and Shadow Jessica. I picked Chelsea and Shadow Jessica.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Number 2. Number 2 was Ant-Man himself, man. He said, I can get a bucket. I'm the best player on my team. And what was his red flag? Red flag was we didn't even get there. Red flag was I don't agree with this, but people say I'm immature. That was his red flag.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy because what we said in the comments I thought number 2 was Ja.
Woo, 2 is Ja. 2 is KD. 5 is Draymond. Number 1 is Mikal Bridges.
I thought number 1 would have been Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he put Jimmy for number 1.
I based it off of Jimmy Butler. I was like, let me. What can I say? Makes it feel like Jimmy Butler. Yeah. So that's what I did. Good job. You know me well. All right. So that's number 2. I'll do number 3 just for those who were playing along at home. Number 3.
Arguably second most.
Ooh, number 3. Ooh, number 3. This is number 3, man. And again, I'm not saying this. This is number 3 who said what he said. So number 3, just to recap, number 3 says you could argue I was the second most important player on the NBA championship team. I can give you 20 plus points a game. And people say, red flag, people say I'm better off the bench.
Jordan Poole.
So if you would have got to that point, you would know that it's Jordan Poole. You would have known it's Jordan Poole in that red flag round. You would have known that. But he didn't make it that far.
No.
He didn't make it that far. Right, that's number 3. And hold on. And number 4. Yeah, number 4. Number 4.
This could have been anybody.
Let me read number 4 was I have one rookie of the year. So because he didn't make it to the next round, next green flag was I'm a member of the 50, 40, 90 club.
Damn.
And then this red flag, I never made an All-Star game. Malcolm Brogdon.
Wow.
That is true. That is true.
Malcolm Brogdon. Wow. Yep.
Oof.
So that red flag round would have got you. That jump would have got you. You've been like, what? He did what?
Damn. I can't believe one rookie of the year.
All right. And number 6.
Oh, yeah. We didn't go far with this one.
Y'all let number 6 go immediately, man. I was like, damn, he didn't give him a chance.
Because I feel like you got DeAndre in there.
DeAndre.
Or Jaren Jackson.
Hey.
Okay. So number 6 was.
Or James Wiseman.
Number 6 was people call me a unicorn. I can stretch the floor when needed. And then the red flag was people are concerned about injuries when it comes to my game.
I guess it is KP then. Oh no!
Wemby.
Oh my God. Okay.
Victor Wembanyama.
All
right.
The unicorn thing threw me off. I'm sorry.
I was like, about 5 unicorns in the league, bro.
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right, and the last one, number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7.
This really could have been anybody.
Okay. All right, number 7 was I was a starter on an NBA championship team. Mm-hmm. His second green flag was every contender wants a guy like me. So a lot of these guys said the same thing. And then the red flag was I'm not really a household name.
No, that hurts.
Pascal Siakam.
I've been okay with him too.
Better than Derrick Rose, who ain't even playing. my franchise player getting $3 million a season, bro. Shoot, I can bring against somebody else.
Yeah, some money open.
Man,
yeah.
But yeah, man, that was NBA Love is Blind, gentlemen. Thank y'all for playing along. We got Derrick Rose matching with Took, and we got Spider Mitchell matching with Sheedy. So hopefully you guys are happy with your franchise player, man.
I got Memphis. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
Crazy that it worked out. Crazy that it worked out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And this was absolutely not scripted. So hey, y'all chose based on y'all chose. So as y'all was picking, like, what was y'all's like priorities? Because like, if you heard unicorn, I'd have been like, it might be Wemby. Let me get a chance. Like, what was y'all mindset?
So I guess the first A, like every contender wants a guy like me. Everyone says that. Best player on my team. I think that's hard to navigate. Like, you know, Cap was in the comments talking about, I'm watching the Wizards right now. I don't know who the best player on their team is, right? And for those people that suck, who knows? One rookie of the year, I definitely wasn't moving forward with that one. And the unicorn thing, I just, again, like you said, multiple unicorns. Unicorn has not been a good slogan, so to speak, for people. So I kind of whiffed on those, even though Wemby I think is pretty good for now. But that was my reason for saying no to those. And but yes, the best player on my team, multiple All-Star appearances. You want somebody like that. Started on a championship team. Yep, because that means that was Pascal, I think. You know how to get there. And then 1 league MVP. Yeah, well, you know how that ended.
So what about you?
I think I just saw me psych myself out, man. Like someone was screaming number two. Didn't work out like that, man. But it is what it is, man. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man. I don't even know if he's gonna play next season.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're thinking about love in the NBA, go with your gut, man.
Yeah,
go with your gut.
Absolutely.
Don't overthink it, man. It's not that hard. Don't overthink it. Just go with
or choose heads.
Yeah,
choose heads. Yeah, not tails. You know, tails failed in this regard. All right, man. Let's move forward. So we did have one of these guys on the list for NBA Love is Blind, but I do want to discuss the Washington Wizards offseason outlook. So we are going to get into our offseason outlook series now that teams are starting to be eliminated. As Took mentioned once before, the team name is starting to pop up now, and we got 2 teams starting off with the Washington Wizards. So this is my question to y'all, gentlemen, and we can expound upon it a little bit. What does the Washington Wizards, what do they do with Jordan Poole? Do you keep him and just leave him on the bench with all this money? Do you try to trade for him? Like, what is in their best interest going forth? How do you construct a team and still either keep or trade away Jordan Poole? What are y'all thinking about that? And I'll pull up their cap numbers as well.
Jordan Poole has proven he's better off the bench, I think, stats wise, everything wise. Him not starting a game doesn't mean he's not going to play still 30 plus minutes a night. So I think it's definitely in their best interest to keep him to come off the bench, even though I know progressively he's going to get paid like $3 million more each season, I believe. They actually got that Kyle Kuzma deal that they have. Honestly, he's declining in terms of how much he gets paid every year. It's actually really good because, of course, there'll be more cap money as they go along. And so, to me, sorry, you just want to stick to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole needs to keep coming off the bench. Unfortunately, I think he has shown how great he can be off the bench. Unless something freak happens next year where he becomes a starter and shines, I think he's written his check to be a bench player, and unfortunately, he's going to get paid $30 million plus a season to be a bench player. But there's some other players that come off the bench as well that were getting paid $30 million. Kyle Lowry was getting paid $30 million to come off the bench. Chris Paul was getting paid $30 million to come off the bench. I'm not putting him in that caliber of players. However, it's a new day and age. You might be paying a starter $2 million a season to start, but again, it doesn't matter if you're not starting. It doesn't matter. It's just how well do you play that game. So I'm cool with Jordan Poole with that. They don't have no choice. Who else gonna want him? That's the question. So he had no choice but to stay with the Wizards. They ain't moving on that.
I think that their best thing would have to take a page out of I think it was a 2016, 2017 Clippers book when Lou Williams was arguably their best player, right? Like, I'm not saying that, Jordan Poole is the Wizards' best player, but I'm not saying potentially he couldn't get to that point. And I think that if he does get to that point, maybe this season is a humbling experience. At the same time, maybe it's not, because regardless of if he put 10 points a game or 25 points a game, he's still getting the bag regardless. And I think a player like that, when you don't have that maturity, it's not that much you can do with him, especially when you're getting that much. So this is something that they're going to have to ride it out with. And I think in order for them to best maximize their talents and Jordan Poole's talents, he's going to have to continue to come off the bench. And like I said, just build that, 2016, 27 Clippers team. Lou Williams was arguably their best player, averaging 22 off the bench. That's when he won Sixth Man of the Year. I think Sixth Man of the Year at this point, in order to repair his image per se, I think this needs to be an award that Jordan Poole goes after, because it would show some kind of mental aspect to say, okay, you're ready to be an NBA player instead of just some hooper that we got. That shows flashes on some occasions. But in order for me to build a franchise around you, hell no.
So I think that I think somebody would take Jordan Poole. Now, what that looks like is it's going to require Washington to probably take on some bad contracts, some unwanted contracts, whatever that looks like. I don't know the numbers exactly right now, top of my head, with say Dylan Brooks or Fred VanVleet or whatever that is. But Washington is not trying to win, so maybe they will keep Jordan Poole, because Jordan Poole is not a winning player by himself. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you bring in players who got bad contracts, if those players are not wanted, A, they're probably a veteran player, which you need for a young Wizards team. And B, you're not going to win with these players because they're not players that you're going to build around long term going forth. After about 3 or 4 years, which is the length of Jordan Poole's contract, you'll be moving off from those players, and whoever you pick in this year's draft is going to be your main guy. And even next year's draft, you have to get Cooper Flagg or Carlos Boozer's sons or whoever it is you decide to pick next year. I think that Jordan Poole, I think you nailed it on the head too. He has to be a bench player and just be elite in that role. Lou Williams is making an argument, not me, him, that he's a Hall of Fame player because he's won Sixth Man of the Year several times. Same with Jamal Crawford. You can find your niche, Jordan Poole, in being a bench player, but also buy into what the coaching staff needs for you to do. I mean, look no further than, Ginobili. Ginobili for the Spurs wasn't the starter. He could start occasionally, but he was much better off the bench as a facilitator, as an occasional scorer, as a pesky defender. If you lean into being that sort of player, it can be for Washington, to be honest. If Washington gets a top pick, bring in a top guy into Washington, and you're off the bench and you getting 20 points a game. Well, right now he ain't getting 20 points a game. My bad, too. Good thing we ain't bet on that shit, because my Lord, we out of there in trouble. But I think he can get 20 points a game, because we see him do it before with Golden State. Now, granted, the spacing was out of control in Golden State to where you can go one-on-one and knock down shots. But I think he has it in him, but I think it was a humbling experience this year. One more question about Washington. What kind of player do y'all want them to draft this year? What player do you think they need for this year?
Best available?
Anybody?
Anybody that could come on in and help. So they're still going to be the Wizards. So it's like you need to get that stain off you first. It was exactly how many points Jordan Poole got in this game? Hold on, because that's a goddamn shame.
To the Bears. My goodness,
the baby Bears, man.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole got 8. It's crazy.
So best player available. You saying BPA? Okay, what about you, Sheedy?
Yeah, same. That franchise has really been crippled for a while, for a very long, decades even, since Michael Jordan decided he wanted to suit back up. So to me, take whoever you can. Best player available. I agree with too.
Okay. I want to see them get like a wing player is what I would say. I think that, well, it might be a point guard, honestly, because I think Ty Jones, like, give me the hell up out of there, man. Free me. For real. Give me the hell up out of Ty Jones.
We agree. Free Ty Jones.
Free Ty Jones, man. Because, man, my Lord. And he has value. If you trade Ty Jones, you're going to get something for Ty Jones. He's a starting point guard somewhere. So trade Ty Jones. Jordan Poole, if you're not getting traded, go to the bench. And then I say get you a wing player. Two says get you best player available. And I think that's the start of the following year after next year, because they're not going to win no time soon. Then you can see, can I get Cooper Flagg from Duke in 2025? I think that's the best bet for the Washington Wizards. Next team that got eliminated, San Antonio Spurs, man. Despite the bad record that they have this year, you got Wemby. And we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show, or earlier in the show with NBA Love is Blind. I think every NBA team will be okay with building around Victor Wembanyama, so long as he stays healthy. I mean, he's been healthy for most of this year. And he's played, he almost had a quadruple-double. He had a 5x5. He's blocking shots. I think he might be leading the league in block shots, or top 3 at least for sure. Scoring, shooting, rebounding. He's doing everything that we thought that he would do. And he's just, 19, 20 years old. So he's only going to get better so long as he can stay healthy. My question to you, gentlemen, is what do you think the Spurs need to do this offseason in order to build around Wemby for the future? Like, what's one type of player that you think they need to help build around Victor Wembanyama?
No, a veteran guard. So he doesn't feel the need to. I feel like at times Wemby feels like he needs to carry the team. I know when this first started happening, right, we saw possibility for Chris Paul going there. DeMar DeRozan talking about maybe he suits back up for Greg Popovich. But I really would love to see a guard that's willing to give up the scoring load in order to help him build. The other Jones brothers just ain't it. And they just
Trey.
Trey ain't it. And then they have those weird lineups, but I won't get into all that. But to me, I would love to see a guard come. But I also think, Wemby needs a backup center that can really get into his butt a little bit more as well. I mean, he's doing everything right, producing, everything like that. But is there more still untapped from him? Of course, that you can get out of him from a big that can, do his footwork right. You know what I mean? But for right now, and for him to show how healthy he's been this entire season, that's a true unicorn. For sure. So I would say a point guard. I'm not gonna say of Chris Paul's mentality, but I guess yes, of Chris Paul's mentality that's willing to get you your 20 to 25 points per game instead of his own 20 to 25 points a game.
That's interesting, Sheedy, because I think the complete opposite. I think the player that they should go after, top player, top choice, should be a player like Trae Young. Because if you think about how Tim Duncan was built, David Robinson was built, they need that special guard to be able to go get a bucket when, everybody's crashing in on Wemby. And then you talk about that untapped potential that somebody like a Trae Young got. Yeah, he may be a pass or he's ball hog, but imagine if somebody like Pop get his hands on him and turn him up, just like he turned Tony Parker up. That kind of needs to be the Spurs' first option. Whatever pick you get, which is probably going to be a top 5, maybe a top 3 pick, ship that out to Atlanta, get your point guard for the future. They put it now and for the future. And we could be talking about the Spurs 2 years from now in the playoffs, like what's up. But you get Pop and Trae Young together, or a player like Trae Young.
We got a comment. Eric, I don't think Tuka's saying that Trae is Tony Parker. I think it's just like a all-star caliber point guard to play alongside Wemby. Like, we all know Trae Young is that's 2 different games, man. Like, come on now. We know Tony Parker, he's not a shooter. He lived in the paint with floaters. Like, we know that, but like we're saying, like, pair an all-star caliber guard beside Wemby. And for me, I was either one of the Atlanta guards. It can be DeJounte, it can be Trae Young. I mean, Murray has experience with Pop. He played in San Antonio. So he already knows it. I think he might have discussed it before. Like, he would be interested in going back. And if you San Antonio, you're going to have a decent top pick. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing to swap picks. And then you get DeJounte Murray. If you trade Keldon Johnson, trade Devin Vassell, or whoever it is in order to get DeJounte or Trae Young, I think that would be amazing for Wemby. I mean, imagine the pick and rolls, pick and pops with Trae Young. Like, that's.
But I think what's wrong with that comparison, to be honest with you? I mean, if we're going to keep it up. What's wrong with that comparison? I mean, of course, Trae Young can shoot better, but Tony Parker do his thing inside, so can Trae Young. Yeah. Trae Young averaged 30 points a game. Like, what's wrong with that comparison? He averaged 11 assists. What's wrong with that comparison?
Yeah, that's that. Oh my God, that would feed families. Because I mean, you got to make a decision.
Come on, Eric. Are
you going to guard Trae Young on the pick and roll because he's going to drive to the basket, or you got to get a deal with a popping Wemby to the perimeter, or a cutting Wemby for the lob? And we know that he can catch lobs because he don't even got to jump. He can just put his hands up and it's a dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
So if you're San Antonio, I agree too. That's your priority. Give me any competent all-star-ish caliber guard. If not this upcoming free agency, at some point you're gonna have to pair Wemby with an all-star guard. Take the load off of him, because he's also, at least in recent games, he's very ball dominant, and that's cool. But we see what happens with ball dominant big man, a la Joel Embiid, getting hurt a lot. And I don't want Wemby to get hurt a lot. I want to preserve Wemby's career, because I know that Pop wants to win another ring. He wants that bad, and he has a legitimate chance if Wemby continues to grow how we know he's going to grow. So I'm in on Trae Young. I mean, I get on Trae Young, but Trae Young with Wemby, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I definitely buy that. Or even DeJounte Murray, I will buy that as well too.
Yeah, I want the DeJounte Murray. And then, again, and Pablo's got another 4 years underneath his contract too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm looking at the big man to see who will be a possible like backup big man, and
they might be done because they sound like Zach Collins. Yeah, they gave Zach Collins about.
I mean, like for next year. Like for next year, it's like here's the top 10. It's like Valanciunas, Claxton, Hartenstein, Daniel Tice, Mason Plumlee, Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan, Alex Len, Cody Zeller, Tristan Thompson. He can be done with the league. JaVale McGee. A lot of. I think Tillman could be all right beside Wemby. I think Tillman could be okay.
I think you need to add some more height, believe it or not, just coming off that bench. So if you can get somebody like a Drummond or even a Tice.
Drummond will be amazing. Drummond will be amazing with Wemby.
Just get rebounds. Help the young fella.
Right. Let him space out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Spurs, they in good hands, man. I mean, they have never given me a reason to not trust them to develop their players. I mean, we saw it several times. We saw it with Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Kawhi, and now we had Wemby. So they just blessed every generation with a generational type player.
and this team, they were like towards. I mean, of course, they were losing games right in the beginning as well.
They're competitive, man.
Yeah, I was about to say like they were like a 3/4 of a team, right? Like they're gonna give you a tough 3 quarters. No telling where those 3 quarters are gonna come from. But that other quarter, you're gonna blow them out. And so I agree. Their competitiveness, I think, kind of died down as the season died down as well. But I'll take them for the next 4 years. You got Pop at the helm. There's no telling what can happen.
Yep, no doubt. Before we get up out of here, Ryan wants to ask, what do y'all think about this whole "we done with the '90s" trend that's going on Twitter or X?
I don't even know what that means.
So if y'all know this is okay, so this is what's going on right now on NBA X or NBA Twitter. So there are a lot of people that think that Michael Jordan didn't play. One, didn't play anybody in the 90s and the 80s, and then two, that he wasn't that good. So there is literally a compilation of like Michael Jordan like struggling to use his left hand, Michael Jordan shooting terrible shots and bricking them, just getting killed by like what's the guy's name from the Houston Rockets, Clyde Drexler, getting killed by Clyde Drexler, and people are saying like Michael Jordan got killed by Clyde Drexler. Like ladies and gentlemen, Clyde Drexler is a top 75 player. Yeah. He's won 2 championships with Hakeem Olajuwon. Like what are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen? But anyway, so yeah, that's what Ryan's asking about. Me personally, I don't entertain stupidity when it comes to NBA media on social media, because I'm like I watched, like I didn't watch like the 90s, obviously. I mean, I saw like the end of Jordan and the 2000s with the Lakers starting off. But I watched literally I actually watched every NBA finals since I think it was Knicks and Spurs. And so I've seen every, like the era of the 90s, the 2000s, the teens, and now we're into the 20s. The basketball was just as competitive then as it is now, man. Like the games, if anything, were more physical and much more painful to deal with. I mean, there were series where like Shaq didn't play in like a game 2 or game 3, and Kobe had to go off and do his thing. So like players were getting literally hurt in the NBA finals because of how physical the game was. And so also the game has evolved too. The game now is much more perimeter oriented. And honestly, now it's kind of getting away from that now. Now you see more about the ball movement, more about the European-centric play style, where it's much more ball movement, layups, easier shots from the mid-range. So the game evolves over time, and I give respect to all eras. I would never disrespect Michael Jordan or even like LeBron James, because there's a compilation of LeBron James getting locked up by JJ Barea and Jason Terry. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't entertain it. About that. I don't entertain it. I just laugh at it and keep it scrolling. That's just my 2 cents about it.
My thing is, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tuga. I feel like I was about to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, my thing is, bro, is when you're comparing, the things like Jordan being the greatest, you just got to listen to the players that played. That's what a lot of people don't listen to. It's like if everybody that's played, or 90% of the players that played, saying that Jordan was the greatest they ever seen, you might want to listen to them rather than somebody that didn't even play the game of basketball. That's just why I'm with it. And then you talk about Kobe Bryant, who literally was a spin image from Mike. Okay, so Mike didn't play in this day and age, but Kobe did. And you know who Kobe literally got his blueprint from the game of? It was Michael Jordan. So if Michael Jordan would have played in today's game, it would have been Kobe Bryant, or it probably would have been just a little bit better. Just throwing it out there.
Sure, you can say Kawhi. Like Kawhi is literally like Jordan. The defense, the moves.
And Mike played. Imagine if Kawhi played 70 games.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Like, come on, what are we talking about, y'all?
We're in an age where you can put anything together and make it look good or bad, no matter what. And if you get a shovel and you start digging, you're gonna find something, no matter where you at. You're gonna dig and find something. So what I will say to that also is, back then in the 90s, to your point about eras, you were paying anyone that was at least 6'11" to 7'2" to come and guard Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, and all these other players, and they were no name bigs. But you got them off the street, like, hey, I need you to come play basketball. Okay, cool. But now the center position, quote unquote, is much different at this point, and it has been for some time, especially the expansion of this, stretch 4 to 5. So I don't entertain, to Ryan's point, we're not going to entertain that or your board part, but to disgrace what Michael Jordan did, I don't care who lines up from you 5-on-5. That man showed for 6 seasons that his team was the best of the best. Period, point blank. No matter, injuries are a part of the game. So Clyde Drexler getting hurt when they played. Who else went down? Somebody else that went down for them as well. When they played the Sonics, right? I'm not getting the full compliment of the Sonics. Okay, so what? What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to just lay over and die and let them win? No.
Right.
I'm going out there to win the game. So at the end of the day, injuries do play a huge part in everything. If it weren't for injuries, ladies and gentlemen, you would be speaking a lot heavier about Larry Bird. Period, point blank.
I will sing Larry Bird's praise, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, I would. Like people getting on Larry Bird because Draymond passed him in all-time threes. Ask any NBA player who you leaving open.
Right.
Larry Bird came to the three-point shootout with a shooting shirt on and said, "Which one y'all get taking place? Who getting taking place today?" And then won. And then won the shit.
Like, man got a triple-double with his left hand.
With his left hand. Left hand.
Yeah, come on now.
Fuck out of here, man. Nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like my mama is a Lakers fan. Her favorite player is Larry Bird. Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen.
Respect.
It's Larry Bird. A Lakers fan, die-hard Lakers fan. Larry Bird fan. Answer the day, Larry Bird.
At least she stayed with one team.
Hey, chill out. Chill out. So you ain't shit.
Come on back.
Look, once LeBron get out of there, hey, LeBron almost out, man. He almost done. Man. Speaking of, like I said, man, the Lakers, they beat the Thunder. They beat the Timberwolves. They coming, man. I'm ahead of the game. I'm here with y'all. With y'all, man.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. I think that's all we got in the comments. All right, gentlemen. Anything else that I missed? I can't think of nothing else this topic wise.
I do want to. I mean, we are a basketball pod, so I'll talk basketball. Shout out to Dawn Staley with her comment. How she did that respectfully with her players and the other players. Not to get too much into it, but anyone that retweeted or reshared about that man jumping into this from the stands to go fight for his sister, no, sir. I'm not for that. I'm not for putting my hands on a woman.
That's crazy.
That
it was two men. It was one who was coming from the sideline or the baseline, skipping up. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
let that happen. Whatever happened. Shout out to Angel Reese though too. I mean, there's been a lot that came out about her just like going her own way, right, and not getting into the quote unquote smoke. But man, if I don't understand why you don't want to watch women's college basketball right now.
It's
right?
The best thing smoking right now, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'd rather watch women's college basketball than men's, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yep.
But I do want to give kudos to Dawn Staley, especially in Women's Month. Black woman, and then they went undefeated, right? And went all the way and won the championship. Oh, SEC championship, excuse me, not the championship.
I mean, damn, they're about to win the whole thing at this point.
Yes, they probably will. But shout out there. I did want to put that out here on the pod.
For sure. All right, people, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Same time, same place.
God dang. 2 hours, man. Sheesh.
Coming to Phoenix.
Right, we got to move to Phoenix. All right, y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peace.